Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to look at resolving conflict, whether it be at workplace, at home, or in any situation. And I'm going to look at a 5-step process on how to do that. Conflict can happen anywhere. It's one of the most important skills you can have in terms of how to resolve it. So let's have a look at the 5-step process. First step involves acknowledging what the conflict is. So if someone said something to you, for example, which made you feel uncomfortable, have a conversation with them where you just acknowledge the fact of how it made you feel. Just be open about it, sincere about it. That's the first step. Second step involves bringing a mutual purpose of which you both agree. So for example, if you're at a workplace and something was said, something in a meeting, you can acknowledge the fact that both of you want the project to be successful. If it's, for example, at home, you can acknowledge that something was said but may not have been meant that way. Let's come to a mutual purpose, and the importance of this is that it helps the other person know that you're looking at the issue at hand and that you're not trying to put blame on someone, and that helps them not be on the defensive and be open about things, focusing on the issue, not the person. Third step requires that you let them open up about what they think about what you told them in terms of what your grievance was. This is important because it may be that they just weren't aware of what they said, or they didn't think it would have such a significance to you, or it could be that you misunderstood them, or it could be that there was something said and they realized that perhaps it shouldn't have been said. So it's really important. And actually in Surah 17 verse 53 it states that we should say the best things, because shaitan causes things among us, enmity among us, because of the words we say. So say the best words. So that's the third step, letting them have their say. Fourth step involves coming up with a resolution and action. It could be that perhaps they apologize to you after realizing that they said the wrong thing, or it could be that you misunderstood them, or it could be that you just agree to disagree, but at least you got things out in the open and you were able to go through that process of trying to come up with a resolution to the issue. Now this aligns exactly with how we deal with in the Quran as well. In Surah 16 verse 125 it states that speak or invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and beautiful preaching, and argue in a way that's best and most gracious. I want to get to this point of argue in a way that's best and most gracious. What does this mean? Best and most gracious. It means talking in a way that is gentle, with kindness, without judgment, with sincerity, being considerate to the other person's views, and with the goal of solving the issue at hand, not trying to win the argument. Because that's what a lot of us do when we are having something that we disagree with. We're trying to win the argument. You're not trying to win the argument, you're trying to solve the issue at hand. And when the person sees that in you, that you're being gentle, you're being kind, you're being sincere and genuine with them, their defense will they won't be so defensive, because they'll realize, hey, this guy felt hurt by what I said, and he's really just trying to be really genuine about it. So that's really important. But also realizing that the other person may have mixed intentions. You'll get that in life. So with people who do have mixed intentions, it states in the Quran, Surah 41, verse 34, that we repel negativity or evil with good, so that the person whom either he has a dislike for you or you have a dislike for them, you become like your best friends. So this is really significant, because it's saying here that if someone's being negative to you, you be positive to them. And if you do that, God will bring you two together, because the other person will realize that, hey, this guy is being compassionate to me, he's empathetic to me, he's being genuine to me, he's being patient, and it'll break their barriers down. And so really, it's such a significant piece of advice which we can all take, and which helps you free up any negativity that you have. And it states in the Quran that you need patience to be able to do that, and you need to ask God to do that, because it's really difficult to do it. Think about doing it with people you're okay with, that's okay. But if you don't like that person, to do this, to repel negativity with positivity, it's not easy to do. So it really takes patience, but if you do it, you release so much of the negative emotions in you. I use an example of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to finish off by saying that He used to walk past an old woman's house who used to throw garbage at him. Now one day she kept doing this day after day, and he didn't say nothing. One day she didn't throw the garbage, so he went into the house, knocked there. He asked if he can come in, and asked her if she was okay, and wondering why she didn't throw any garbage that day. But main point being that he asked if she was okay, whether she needed any help. This woman was so amazed by his generosity and the fact that she had thrown garbage at him day after day, and yet he came in and repelled negativity with positivity, that she acknowledged him as the prophet of God. So taking the advice from this is that be genuine, be sincere, follow that 5-step process that I've given you to be able to openly talk about any grievances you have, and inshallah you'll be better for it. Thank you for your time. Assalamu alaikum.